About 10 years ago, when I started grad school in US, I used to think having a luxury car and a house with a pool, a personal home theater, uh, meant that I was winning. And I realized over time I was so wrong. Um, Today, I am sharing why I stopped chasing those false positives and the six themes around which I'm building my life for the next 10 years. Quick recap, because we all are new here. Last week, I shared that starting this year, I am focusing on building my life around things that actually matter to me. In order to do that, I had to move away from false positives, essentially things that seemed right but weren't actually. Uh, for example, like the earlier example I talked about, the luxury car or the big house, right? So it wasn't uncommon. Like right after graduation, um, people would get very nice jobs and they would get a luxury car. And I loved a Merc. So Merc was my goal for a while, uh, because I had seen that happen. And then like few years down the line, just have a house where um, which had a pool. And again, I studied in Texas, so I had been to plenty houses which had very nice pools and like their own home theater. But with time, I realized those were not something which were well aligned with what I wanted to do. They just were liabilities disguised as achievements. So I sat down and asked what actually matters. So I listed down things which I really enjoy, things I am passionate about, or things I um, am wanting to do, or like I envision doing. So um, after working on all the things, I started seeing a common theme around which I could center this whole process around. And I saw it just tied down to six things. The first being life essentials. It's basically, if I were to strip away all the other things which I'm going to talk after this, um, uh, this is still the most important one. So just the life essentials, like no matter what happens, this is exactly what I want to be, what I need to be. And it doesn't matter with anything else, like something which the 80-year-old me would be very happy about or be thankful about. And the next one is about getting active. Um, uh, in our lives right now, more and more focus is taken by either our cell phones where we're just constantly glued to something, or our jobs where we're just like 9 to 5 in there. And so the focus was just around things that I want to do to get active. And that's where this theme will focus on. And the next one was around building financial independence. And this one was very essential for me in a way where doing that gives me a freedom to move out of something which I would not enjoy, or just freedom to do anything that I want. So just this the third theme centered more around personal finance, and the next one was creative projects. So what I'm trying to do right now would fall into that bucket. But again, like it could have more things. It may or may not have more things, but what I'm trying to do around that is just something which lines up in that queue. And next one is experiences. A lot of the times we pause our lives thinking, oh, I will do this in 10 years when I have this much money, when I've achieved this, when I've had that promotion. We pause our life for that. So instead of pausing it for some time later, trying to see if we can enjoy the life right now. So just focusing on those sort of experiences. And sixth and the last one is just adventures by the season. I um, I enjoy going on bike rides, camping, skiing. So just having those sort of things also tying into um, the life I envision that I want to keep living for the next 10 years and beyond, right? So these are the six things to repeat, like life essentials. The second, being active, financial independence for the third one, creative projects for the fourth. Fifth one was around experiences, and last one, adventures by the season. So these are the core themes that I will be tracking Matrix around for the next 10 years. There is still a lot to unpack. I'm going to spend the next several weeks breaking down these one by one, sharing why exactly I'm trying to do in each of these area, and we'll see how that happens, like how that goes. And if you have tuned in for this long, thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.